And no, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping. I'm meditating. And I'm about to sneeze. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are in the world, yes, it's me, April Love here in Boston, wishing you a blessed time. Truly hope you are finding reasons to smile, to laugh, to enjoy life, to appreciate everything and everyone around you. And thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being the first person into the stream. Um, and I appreciate the thumbs up. um, it is currently raining a lot right now. Nice. Um, and I'm trying to stay awake because I have a dilemma on do I put heat on or AC on because it is 60 degrees, but I feel like it's not cool enough or hot enough for AC and not warm enough for the heat. But because I can't really open my windows right now, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And if I'm not following you on Twitter yet, uh, feel free to tag me, and I will find you after the stream, and you know, return the love. So, I'm currently looking for tissue. Give me a moment. I have to blow the horn. The change in the weather here is trying to get me sick, but I'm trying to fight it with apple cider vinegar and ginger and all that good stuff. And thanks to Remy Moore, look for an amazing, game-changing video tomorrow. I'm hoping the person that it's dedicated to will see it, and I hope it gets spread with the love that it's intended to be shown in the video. It's been a month in the making, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more excited for it. I was working on the video already all day. I was just waiting for the final edit for the music track. There's no, I'm not about that negativity. I'm not about the diss tracks. This is gonna be one of the first, if not the first, like number 2. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. August, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. I appreciate your love. I appreciate you giving the thumbs up. But I was just talking about the track that's coming out tomorrow. It is definitely gonna come out tomorrow. I'm gonna try to have it up by 4 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, it's a game changer. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I'm all about the love and positivity. I don't deal with that drama. I don't deal with the negativity that flows through the internet, not just YouTube, but that negativity that flows through social media. You know, I avoid a lot of that. This may bring a little bit, but I don't care because the whole video, the whole project was it came out of a place of pure love and the intention of wanting to spread love and to show love to a particular, it started with wanting to show love to a particular creator that gets a lot of hate. It maybe sometimes he brings it on himself, but not to the extent that he gets that hate. Nobody should get the type of hate that this person gets. Nobody should be telling anybody anytime, whether in real life, in comments, on posts, in video, to kill themselves. Nobody should be telling anybody to harm themselves, that nobody should be told that, you know, told the worst possible things, especially when you know this person has, issues with mental illness and, has those thoughts and they're open about the thoughts that they have. For you to go out of your way to, talk about them or make their, make their thoughts even worse by seeing what you wrote or what video you made or whatever. And there's too much going on, not just with this person, but too much going on around the world and on social media that, it's time. We need to start taking, we need to start pushing back with love. We need to start expanding good vibrations. We need to expand on unity and uplifting one another and encouraging one another in a positive way and highlighting what we know about people instead of pointing out their mistakes. That's the easy thing. We all do it. The easiest, for whatever reason. I don't know why it's this way, but I don't know why it's so much easier for people to point out the negative of others and to put others down. And I'm guilty of the same thing. I'm not innocent. I'm not always excited when something good happens to somebody else. It's something that I work on a lot to try to change in myself. But, it's something we all need to work on. It's something that we all need to take accountability for and catch when, we catch ourselves when we're in the middle of talking negatively to somebody or about somebody. And, how can we turn that around? How, in the middle of calling somebody stupid or calling somebody, talking about some choice or decision or action somebody else took in their life and you got something to say about it, but you're not necessarily saying it to their face. How can you talk more positively about a person, whether they're in your presence or not? whether it's leaving a comment on a post or sitting right in front of them. We need to start practicing that more. We like to point the finger at other people that, and berate other people for bullying other people and being negative and whatever. Yet we know we all do the same thing. So before we cast that stone, we need to start working on ourselves. And hopefully this video kind of highlights that. Nice. So I'm excited for this track, and hopefully it's just the beginning of a series for me, and hopefully a trend that a challenge or a trend that can be picked up on social media. Instead of making diss tracks, we make love lift tracks, or I should change it to lift love tracks. Um, Thank you. I'll be alright. I'll be good. Just as I'm readjusting to being back at work and having to stay up on the overnights, and the inconsistency in the weather is kind of playing on me too. I think just this summer alone was really tough because of the humidity and heat. This is the worst I've ever felt during the summer. I was lethargic all summer long. In a deep fog, trouble with staying awake and energy, and I've gone to the doctors, and they tell me this or that, and I try whatever, and I still feel the same. So I'm chalking it up to most likely being the weather and stuff. So partly to do with that. Also, I have some stressful things going on in my life. So, but yeah, and I thank you for being here. And I know we're just 13 minutes in, but anyone that comes across this, please feel free to support this channel in my journey any way you want. I have all my links in the description. If you want to leave a PayPal donation, there's a link for that. If you want to check out my t-shirt line with raw and imperfect designs designed by me. Everything again is raw and imperfect like us, but everything is meant to uplift, motivate, and inspire. So go check out aloveproductions.com. Find a shirt that speaks to you. Um, or just follow me on social media. All the links are in the description. And Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at zoomix.org. That's ZUMIX.org. I will be live on the radio with my radio show called Inspired by Love. Again, also at the very bottom of my description, you'll see the link for zoomix.org and for the Inspired by Love radio page, Facebook page. Um, you can follow me there as well. I usually put all the same updates as I do on my Instagram and Twitter and everything onto um, that Facebook page for those that don't follow me everywhere else. So Yes, I am. And Mr. Moore, how are you, sir? So Remy, it's good to go. Master it. It's gonna be up as soon as you give it to me. Send it to me. I will change out the music tomorrow when I get home. The video hopefully will be up around 4 p.m. Eastern time. I was gonna bring my laptop to work for when you sent me the master, but because of the rain, I really didn't want to bring my laptop out of the house, and I wouldn't have uploaded anyway from my computer. I mean, from here because I would be using the internet from my phone to be able to do that, and that's just gonna take forever. So I would have finished the edit and then upload when I get home, but at least if I wait until I get home, I can, you know, you know, really listen through and hopefully be awake enough to really make sure everything's the way I want it. You are getting your shout out at the pretty much in the beginning of the track. I'm um pretty happy with the video itself and how the music and I had to finagle the video that I already had. Um, I had to finagle the video I already had to kind of adjust it to the breaks in the music breaks in the track to fit everything. Cause I stupidly didn't, not stupidly, I did when I was recording the video pieces. I didn't use the music tracks that I already had because I was having trouble staying on, catching on to the lines at the same time that they were playing. So, like, it just didn't look right. So, I tried to remember without the music on where everything fit. But I managed to do it. I think it worked out regardless. And even if it didn't, I want the video out as soon as possible. And I don't think I'm gonna have any sun in the morning because we got that going on right now. So, and the video is um, themed around sunrise. So, and it was filmed during the early morning sunrise. So, what's funny though is before I even had you come on, Remy, to put the music to this, I had already recorded video parts here at work, and I didn't use any of that footage. You're in North or South Carolina? Because I know they were talking about that hurricane. I don't watch the news, so like it just happened to be on, and I heard about the hurricane that's supposedly coming in. And they were talking about that it's supposed to hit North Carolina, the Carolinas first. Supposedly they're already um, evacuating parts of North Carolina, I believe. That's what I heard anyway. Again, I don't really pay attention to the news. I didn't even know that there was a hurricane on its way. I kind of figured something was up with the extra wind we were getting here. Will they all go for the bread and milk? There's an ongoing joke here in Massachusetts, especially when it snows, that, I don't know if you guys get the same joke down there, but up here in, but, up here, especially during the winter, even if there's like, even if we're only gonna get like a light dusting of snow, you'll start seeing posts everywhere on social media saying, "Oh my God, I saw a snowflake. Time to get the bread and milk." And it shows some guy panicked with like 5 loaves of bread and like as much milk as he could carry in a panic, because usually that's what happens in the supermarkets here. It's like, and what I laugh at the most is um, that when they know a big storm is coming, even when they know they're not going to get out of the house for a few days, they won't buy the they won't buy the healthy bread or the healthy milks or like the non-dairy milk or the organic milk, whatever you know, you see, you'll see those aisles practically bare, like empty. Yet you'll still see cartons of almond milk or soy milk or multigrain breads or whatever. I go, really? Even during a storm, you're not gonna eat healthy. You're not gonna eat healthy. You're not gonna go out. They ran out of regular milk, so you're gonna live without your milk. It's okay with me because I don't drink regular milk anymore. And I've become a little more open to different, to the multi-grain breads and whatever. So I'm like, hey, take it, I'll buy it. I mean, and if it happens to be on sale, even better. Yeah, but it's funny how in New England, in the New England area, we've become so much more fear. I think the reason why, see, the funny thing here is when we get a winter advisory, everyone runs out and buys brand milk and stuff. But check this, even when it snows, it never stays longer than 2 hours. Yeah, unfortunately here when it snows, it stays all winter. Especially the last like 5, 6 years, we get like crippling amounts of snow. And it's become it's become more the snow has become a little bit more unpredictable up here. Because just when they say, there's been times when they're like, oh, we're going to get 2 feet of snow. And we got 2 inches. And there'll be times when they say, oh, we're going to get just the dusting. And we end up with like 3 feet of snow. I remember the one time that one of the times that I had to come into work, and they asked me to come in extra early because they were shutting down public transportation. At the time, I didn't have my own car, and they were like, um, if you can come in before the snow ban starts, we'd appreciate it. But where I was working, the close, if there was more than a couple of inches of snow, I wasn't gonna make it to the bathroom, and that's what happened. I ended up staying at my job for almost 20, almost 48 hours straight. Um, but 12 of those hours I didn't get paid for because they got somebody else to come in, but I was stranded, so I couldn't go home. So, um, and for me to go to the restroom, I had to go into I work in the barn, with horses, so there's barns in a part of the property. I had to go to the barn right next to the security office and, use a bucket for a restroom and use snow to clean up. That was good times. The last 2 or 3 years, as far as snow is concerned, just the cleanup and how it cripples the city, I've never seen that. I've never seen the city get so crippled, including the public transportation. It's like if anything else, you would still have public transportation. In the last couple of years, they've been, shutting down the trains, or the trains are snowed in, or whatever. Usually they have that all prepared regardless of how much snow's coming down. The last couple of big storms, they tell you the night before or as the snow starts whether they're going to shut down public transportation or not. Yeah, see, when I know I'm pretty good about preparing myself before I show up to work, as far as like food and something to drink or whatever. I'm like, just in case I get stuck here, I'm bringing half my fridge with me. I brought peanut butter and jelly. I brought turkey and cheese sandwiches. I brought snacks. I brought water. I brought lemonade or some other drink just so I had an option. I brought my own toilet paper. So. Nice. There was one time, because the place that I work, I've worked with 3 different security companies. And the second company we had a little Ford Focus for the security vehicle. And I had to go out to, what did I have to do? I think I had to go down to the gas station to gas up or something like that. And I had to make a sharp turn to come back onto the property, and the vehicle had no traction, So as I'm making the turn, I slid on. Luckily, it was like it is now overnight, so there's not really much traffic, if any at all. Especially on the road that I have to go on to come back onto the property. I ended up on the oncoming side of the road that I had to turn onto because I had no traction while I was making the turn. So it was like the car literally slid over to the oncoming lane. I was like, nice. If this was any earlier, I would have been in front of a 16 wheeler. You know, when the weather's bad, when we have snowstorms, especially on this property, this area is notorious for snowbanks and wind, snow drifts. So my boss already knows that I may be on the property, but I'm not driving around because there's very good chance that I'm just gonna get stuck. Luckily I know where the snow drifts usually happen, and I can maneuver around them to get into work. But to to actually drive around, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll just watch for the people that get stuck. Luckily, I have the choice of sitting in the car all night or being in the security office. And like, I'll just go hang out in the building, and watch from afar when people get stuck. One of the last storms we had here, we had a cop car get stuck. Um, a couple other people that got stuck. The funny part about the cop is he knew that the snowbanks were there, but he still ended up getting stuck. Oh yeah, we get blizzards. Yeah, we're close enough to Canada. New Hampshire, Maine, upstate New York. That those areas definitely get it more than we do. But Massachusetts also, borders the coast. So depending on where it's coming from, depends on how much how heavy. Luckily, last year, a lot of the snow was fairly light, so it was easy to maneuver and shovel. So, and I need to really get back on working out because I gotta prepare for this winter. Last winter, I had a lot of lower back and hip pain, not even from the shoveling, but it made it really difficult to shovel out my car when I needed to. So, I'll stay on for like another half hour. I want to move and drive around, but because of the weather, I know I'm gonna get disconnected, so I want to stay put for a little while longer, and then end the stream um, for the night. So, but yeah, I'm very happy with the music, Remy, and because um, especially since it didn't change too much from the last one you sent me, I think the video will still set up just right, and I'm leaving some of the audio connected to the video because it actually blends really well with what's already put into the video. I mean, into the track. Um, so, I think it's all gonna work out pretty well. And what I'm doing is, so I got this. I'll tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. Right? So I'm starting the video off with me kind of looking like I'm scrolling through my phone, and you know, I'm acting like I'm reading comments or seeing like whatever having to do with Fuzi, right? I'm pretending like right, so I'm looking at it and I'm going, he's gone crazy. What? And then I'm like, go kill you, and you see me get kind of upset, about pretending like I'm reading these comments and thumbnails and whatever. And I'm like, all this negativity needs to stop. These diss tracks need to stop. It's time to change the game. And I get up and it goes into the video. And then at the very end of the video, I have a message to Fuzi. Not nothing that I physically say, but like I just put a word caption at the end, towards the end. I have a message for Fuzi, and then I have a message for the internet, and then I'm gonna end it with my usual video outro and whatnot. But originally, I wasn't gonna add Fuzi's name to it at all. It was just gonna be the music itself was gonna be self-explanatory, but because I really want somebody to get it to him to watch. I felt like I had to put something in it, and in the very beginning, the intro to the song, to the track, I did dedicate it to him, and then Remy, I gave you a shout out. I just put music by Remy Moore, link down below. Um, and then I just let it play from there. Um, and stuff. And I don't know about you, but I'm in love with the thumbnail. What I really wanted to do with the thumbnail, but I'm being a little bit lazy about you know going too much into editing, is I wanted to have a transparent rose. I want what's already there, but have a transparent rose behind the photo itself, the photo that I'm using. Um, it's actually a screenshot from the video, the way it is, because it's already like a fade, a crossfade between two different clips. But I wanted to get like a rose that acts as part of the sunrise. but I'm loving the thumbnail as it is. So, but I'm real. This is just the beginning for this type of video series. Like I said, I want to kind of make this a series. Even if I don't do another, more tracks, I want this to be the beginning of, highlighting the positive of people. I do want to do I do want to do a few more tracks, and I don't want to put any kind of time frame on them, but I do want to start putting out more thank you videos and more gratitude videos, and 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 just highlighting the positives of people instead of the negatives. Because like I said a little earlier, it's way too easy for us to judge and criticize and all that. Make sure to put. Yeah, I love the thumbnail. And I love one of the reasons why I love the thumbnail is because the lion T-shirt that I have on is one of Fuzi's shirts. That's one of his merch shirts. It's part of his merch line. So, I want like I said originally, I wasn't gonna put his name in the title or in the thumbnail. But I still wanted to put something that, like, if you were a fan of Fuzi's, you would know who I was talking. Where I was going with the video, or who the video would be about. But you know, especially with the last video that Yusuf Fuzi put out, I was like, I really want his attention on this. I want him to see the love that I'm sending out to him and the appreciation that I'm putting out to him. He's gotten a lot of hate over the last couple of months. He's gotten a lot of hate off and on his whole career, but you know, you know, that's one of the things I put towards the end of the video. Like I said, I put a message out to Fuzi saying, dear Yusuf, I used his real name instead of his his stage name or whatever. But I put, dear Yusuf, thank you for sharing all that you have. Thank you for having the courage to show your darkest times in as well as the best of times. Thank you for having the courage to leave and come back knowing what others, despite what others would think or say. And then I put their internet. The hate needs to stop. Um, he put a he put a video up the other day on FouseyTube saying that as of the 17th, he was gonna completely step away from his channels. He's talking about giving away his channels. He doesn't know who he wants to give the channels to or exactly what he wants to do with it. Um, he said, he talked about how over the years, how, you know, he's had thoughts of suicide, but never thought he would, never had the thought to actually go through with it. But after one of the last videos he had put up in the negativity that came his way, was the first time that he really had the thought to end his life, and you know actually thought of going through with it. So for his own well-being and for his own sake, he wants he wants to, for a lack of a better phrase, kill off FouseyTube and kill off Fousey for himself, for his well-being. He wants, you know, granted, those of us that have followed him have heard this from him multiple times. So it could just be where his mental state is at the moment. He may come back, and maybe he'll come back and reinvent himself again. Um, and come back when he feels he's in a better state, in a better place to be to be who he truly wants to be and portray who he wants to portray. Um, and one of the things he said in the video, because um, back in August, I believe it was back in August, he had an interview. He did a video with Keemstar, which anyone that's familiar, Keemstar is one of the his Drama Alert. He's one of the drama channels, and he told Keemstar that if Fousey Beta said, "I promise you that if I don't accomplish what I said I'm gonna accomplish on August 24th or 5th or whatever date it was," he said, "I promise you, I will delete all my videos. I'll delete my channels. I'll get off of social media, and you'll never hear from me again." And then, that day came and went. What he was trying to accomplish didn't happen. He still posted a couple of videos. One of the last videos he posted wasn't even his own video. It was a video for somebody else that he was trying to show love and support for. And apparently he got a lot of, heat for it. He got a lot of backlash for it. Again, got compounded with nothing but with a whole lot of hate. I'm sure it wasn't all hate, because his true supporters obviously showed him love or whatever, but he got bombarded with a lot of hate, and has been being called a hypocrite. He's been called, constantly being called fake, a hypocrite, and all that crazy nonsense. Um, Thank you for stopping in. Instant replay. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, he, So even him trying to do something good for somebody else, he was met with a lot of hate and being called a liar for still posting videos after he said he would delete his channels if you know the thing that he set out to do didn't happen. Um, and the one thing is he posted a video somewhere else stating that even though he said that on Keemstar that he wasn't gonna leave YouTube, he wasn't gonna leave the country, he wasn't gonna do whatever because just because he wasn't able to accomplish it, doesn't mean that it was a full on fail. You know, he did pursue it, it just didn't work out the way that he wanted to work out. And, that doesn't mean he can't continue on or whatever. But I think, again, because he got so much flack and so much hate, and because he is very sensitive to those types of comments, that it got to him, once again, even though he tried to help somebody else with one of the last videos he posted, it really got to him, and um, he put the last video that he put up, um, saying that he was planning to leave. That that the reason why he deleted all his videos is because he wanted to you know stay true to what his promise was, and not be seen as a hypocrite. And but because, like I said, because those of us who've watched him over the years, it could be just his state of mind. He could come back. I hope that he does. On the other hand, for his own health and well-being, if he stays away, I completely understand. I'll be sad not to see him posting or being inspired by him, but I completely understand. I'd rather him take care of his well-being and his mind and his health, and not have to deal with so much negativity that obviously affects him the way that it does. But that's why when he put up the last video, it's like, I need to get this project done. It has to get done now. If there's any chance for him to see it, it has to get done. So I'm happy with where the track is. I already got the video pretty much done. I'm gonna make sure that this last edit um, fits fits the video, and it should be up tomorrow afternoon. And stuff, and I'm gonna promote the crap out of it. Um, and I'm not good with tags and keyword stuff, so Remy, if you can do me a huge favor, if you're good at that type of stuff, of knowing what type of tags and keywords or whatever, um, if when you send the last track, if you can send me, tags and keywords that I can put in to the, into the 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 um, the YouTube description area, um, uh, it would be much appreciated, because normally I don't even do keywords or tags because I'm not, if you see how I tag and do hashtags on my Twitters, on my tweets and Instagrams or whatever, I put very basic things, even if because I don't fully get all that, and to I don't. I that's it's something I haven't figured out yet, or really have spent much time working on. So I'm good, Remy Moore. Just a long day. Headed to bed. Hope all is well. I said, hello, Colleen. I see you. I know you're there. I see you. I'm actually standing right behind you. Yeah, instant play by play. Thank you for coming in again. You have a blessed night. So tomorrow, hopefully we change. I don't even want to say hopefully. Tomorrow we change the game. Tomorrow we stop on hate. I'm gonna highlight this man that gets so much grief and so much hate, whether he's being manic in a video or doing something beautiful in a video. He gets twice as much hate when he makes a positive video as when he makes a fake or negative video. That's why I wrote what I wrote the way that I did. I wanted to highlight this man. I wanted to show his journey. With love. And I didn't get into any of the negative. I tapped on it by saying, you know, transparent, at his best, at his worst, bipolar, overweight, 90 days, makeover. The first verse talks about his drive and his ambition and him reaching his ambitions. The second verse talks about, his constant struggle of feeling good and feeling hate, not just by others, but, being hard on himself. And even when he steps away and he comes back a little stronger. He comes back a little wiser. He comes back, a better version of himself. He's still struggling, but he's a little bit better than he was the last time he was there. He was making videos or doing his thing. And then July 15th speaks to what's been going on since the beginning of July. And then the very last verse speaks to the haters and speaks to his courage. You decide on your 3 tags. I'll get you keyword list. Alright. I appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna keep the stream going. But I feel like I hear a fire truck and I don't see anything. So I need to make sure nothing's happening on the other side of this property. So give me a moment. You know, normally I would keep the camera in my hand so you can drive with me, but I need to just go check this real quick and make sure I'm not hearing things. Because last time the fire alarm was going off in the building, I didn't even hear it. Didn't even hear the fire trucks coming. And they drove up to me going, hey, the fire alarm's going off in the building. For a moment. It will reconnect momentarily. And hello to whoever just came in. I think it's in unofficially. Thank you for coming in. Can't really see it quite well from back here as I'm driving. But I will look once I park. Alright, everything looks quiet. Now I just need to park. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully this doesn't disconnect. So should the tags be like the keywords as far as like using Fuzi's channel names and or like the theme of the video, like spreading love, inspiration. I honestly don't understand the whole tag thing. Hello. And I'm back, so thank you for coming in. Unapologetically Maria. Is that you? Because I know someone else comes in with a similar screen name, and I always get you confused and always forget if that. It's Maria. Yay! I got it right. What do I win? What do I win? I hope it's a cookie. Yay! What a like! Woohoo! Make sure to check in sometime tomorrow afternoon. I'm putting out a game-changing video. I need as many people to watch it and share it out. This is gonna be a game-changing video. You may not know who the person is that I'm speaking on, and unfortunately, he's deleted all his videos, so you can't even go watch his old stuff. But know that this man has inspired a lot in myself. He's helped me define my inner lion. He's helped me to bring out my inner roar. um, and he's someone that I relate to, someone that again has motivated, inspired my own journey, not just on for YouTube, but for my uh, fitness and well-being and health, from some of my creativity, and you know, despite his all right, cool. For both the tags and keywords, will do. Back. All right. I've never gone onto Reddit. Somebody has to. Can you explain to me exactly what Reddit is? Is it more of a blog type thing? Is it like I don't know if you're familiar with hub pages. Cause I think I still have a hub page account. Unless they shut it down on me, I don't know. I haven't posted there in a couple of years. But I was on hub pages for a while. Um, I think I was posting almost every day for about 4 months, and then I kind of dwindled out of it because I lost my want to write. And I kind of, right around the same time that I did that, I was starting to do more videos. And then I started going more on the video route instead of the writing route. That's my bigger dilemma, right? Is that I have so many different outlets that I want to focus on. Like, I want to do my videos, I want to do my art, I want to work on aloveproductions. I would love to get back into writing, but on top of my my job and my everyday life, finding ways to juggle the things that I love and want to do and make a career out of, that's been the tough thing for me because it's like either I spend all day recording a video, spending time at work editing of it, either towards the end of the night or at work, editing the video. And if I want to do daily videos or even, videos every couple of days or whatever it is, it's like you know, when it, and then I have to figure out how to make time for aloveproductions and learning the business side of it and how to promote that. And like aloveproductions.com has been very much neglected for many different reasons. But one is, you know, not feeling like I can utilize free time enough to be able to focus and really, because I really have to sit down, even if it's 20 minutes every couple of days or whatever, without distractions or without whatever, to really comprehend what I'm reading and trying to learn and all that. Reddit is more of a place where you can post blocks of text and links to videos. It has limited graphics and interface, so it can be accessed in many places where sites can't. It has a large amount of traffic. Okay. I think one of the reasons I haven't gone to Reddit yet is because trying to juggle so many different forms of social media. It's like even having Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. It's like and LinkedIn. I'm like, I don't want to post anywhere else. I have Pinster on my phone, and I don't even post. Like, that would be a perfect place for me to be promoting aloveproductions.com and having to go from one app to the next app to the next app to the next app. And because I'm detail oriented, wanted to make sure for each platform it's written the way that I want it to be written or seen the way I want it to be seen. By the time I get to the fourth platform, the third or fourth platform, like, I don't want to do anymore. Uh, you know, that's why sometimes if you're following me on more than one platform, that's why if you notice, sometimes I don't which one I posted and what I have to change in the in the caption or in the or in the description or whatever. I'm like, in granted that could take a couple of minutes, but because I want to make sure I'm promoting it right, sometimes, like with this video, I'll be more persistent throughout the day tomorrow and Wednesday about promoting it, in but like I could, that should only take a couple minutes, and I could literally take at least 20 minutes to a half hour to like get everything the way I want it for Instagram, for Twitter, for LinkedIn, for Facebook. And with Facebook, I have three different pages. I have my personal, three different pages in the hashtag I'm a creator group. I'm not part of many groups, if any, on Facebook in general because I'm very basic. I don't go out of my way looking for groups and stuff. I think I got turned off from the whole group idea when I was trying to start one, and it annoys me that I still have some of those network marketing people in their groups floating through my Facebook, because I have no interest in network marketing anymore. Um, I lost too much money doing those. It wasn't a complete loss because I did learn a few things. One of the biggest lessons I got from that was if I'm going to promote something, I'm going to promote something that I believe in. If I and I'm not trying to do, funnels, and I'm not trying to do any of that. I want to just promote what I believe in. I want to, if I'm going to sell something or create a business, I want it to be just as raw and authentic as I try to be. This is why I need someone that knows about business to help me with the business side of things, because I'm just too heart driven to make smart business decisions. I mean, let's put it this way. I've given away more shirts in the last couple months than I've sold in 2 years. With it, I see it as promotion, because if you showed the shirt in your video, that means other people are going to see the shirts. And if you put my aloveproductions link into your description, then maybe someone goes and checks it out. Um, I forget. I think for FujiTube, I think he used to call them Tubians. For Dose of Fuzi, what did he call them on Dose of Fuzi? On Dose of Fuzi, he called them his brabras. On Fuzi, the latest channel he had, he was still trying to find a family name or a fan name. Um, he went from calling them Tennessee, Tennessee. With the last channel he had, Fuzi, which originally was called the Cats Family, he called them his cats. He called them. He was trying to find a name for them. So I think one of the last things he tried to call them was the Lions Den, or his Lions, because that's been his one of his trademark things, especially with Dose of Fuzi. You know, because you got all the okay, yeah, bras. Yeah, he's had multiple channels. So, depending on what channel it is, that's what he was calling them. Even on Twitch. He was on Twitch most of last year, and he called his viewers Dorito Gang. The reason why he was calling it the Dorito Gang is because um, he was playing video games, and and he used Dorito as code word. And I think a lot of the people that were watching were, you know, have lighten up too. So, so they were. He called them the Dorito Gang. So, which had nothing to do with Fuzi, necessarily. Me, on the other hand, I don't. I don't light up. So, because I'm not really into watching people just hang around and play video games. I didn't really go on his Twitch streams too often. I would go in for a couple minutes here and there, but I wouldn't hang around for too long because it sometimes got um, a little too immature for my taste. So. Oh, somebody DM'd me. I want to go to Morocco. My mother-in-law messaged me. She's in Morocco with the rest of my in-laws and my husband. Um, when she's here, I would see her at least once a week, and I haven't seen her in about 2 months, so I miss her. Am I up to 9 likes? Because this only says 8. If I can get one more like, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes and end it for the night. Ooh. I'm gonna have to go to the restroom soon too, so it's like clockwork. Every night around 2 a.m. I have to go potty. This may be a little too much information, but I wasn't working for a full week, and I come back, and last night I had to go use the restroom, and I used the restroom on my job site that I'm usually it's fully stocked. I went to go use the restroom, and there was no TP anywhere. There wasn't even paper towels anywhere in the bathroom. There's like 6 stalls, and there was nothing. And that was bad for a lot of reasons. Especially it being the first night back to work. Alright, no problem. Thank you so much, Remy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, you working on this with me. And, maybe if you're up for it, I haven't finished writing the next one. But if you're up for helping with the next one, we can wait a little while. But, the next one's gonna be a little bit more upbeat. So it's gonna be on Alex Wasabi. So although I'm debating if I want to do it on another YouTuber or if I want to do something more general about talking about being uplifting and but I could do that as a poem. I don't need to do that as a you know, a love lift track. And stuff, but as far as doing something on a content creator or a YouTuber, uh, well, hopefully that's not a sign of that, because I was told we got at least another year. So I don't need to get panicked right now. I can't get panicked over toilet paper. We got an event happening this weekend, so hopefully it gets restocked by the middle of the week. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna end it. And I want to thank Remy for coming in. And once again, thank you so much for helping me with this upcoming track, this upcoming video, this project. It's a game changer, I promise you. Um, Thanks to everyone that came in. Thanks to anybody else that comes in and watches this all the way through. I appreciate you. I love you. I believe in all what we're trying to do is spreading love and positivity. Um, and there's not much more I can say, really. Just until the next video, the next stream. Keep your head up. I love you. As always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't forget, love is everything. And I will see you next time. Much love. Peace.